suggest is so essential. I highly recommend that you go through this book with a small group of dear friends, or at the very least a spouse or someone you consider a mentor or leader in your life. Being in community with people you trust is the best way to achieve a breakthrough. If overcoming fear and anxiety is a priority to you, the simple step will change everything. You may be listening to this book to gain a deeper understanding of someone you deeply love who is struggling with panic and anxiety. In that case, I pray this book opens your eyes to the challenges anxiety sufferers face and that it gives you tangible resources to support them. In the included bonus material, you can find a study guide to assist you. The guide consists of the breakthrough, run-through, scripture references, and reflection questions. Don't skip these crucial sections. If you take the study guide portion of the book seriously, you will be able to identify the root cause of your fears and anxieties faster. You deserve freedom from fear and anxiety and a world that feeds it. If you are serious about having a breakthrough, let's get started. Chapter 1. Superwoman Tendencies. For as long as I could remember, I've strived for leading roles, top positions, highest rankings, and influence. I was only a fourth grader when our drama director asked me to step into the leading role when the star became ill days before opening night. This was a chance to shine, I thought. I'll take it. I stepped in and saved the day. At 9 years old, I overstressed my body by pulling 2 all-nighters to memorize lines and blocking. After all, the show must go on. It felt invigorating to be needed, applauded, and elevated. However, I crashed and burned when the show was over. I suffered my first migraine from stress. I went to my grandparents' house to celebrate, but instead had to isolate myself in a lonely room. Pounding pain pulsed through my head, and only total darkness helped alleviate it. I had never experienced a headache of that magnitude, and it scared me. Yet, even the intense pain seemed a small price to pay for the accolades I had received for my performance. Peaks of success followed me in high school, culminating in the campaign to become senior class president. Before I married, my last name was Pins, so I gave out pens labeled Pins for President. Clever, huh? Losing was not an option for me, so I did whatever it took, and I won. Then, as if serving as president wasn't enough, I made sure to win an audition for the closing speech at the graduation. I landed the opportunity and spoke to more than 5,000 people. As a fine arts major in college, my striving for the top continued. In my junior year, I basked in standing ovations every night for my performance as Catherine Sloper, the leading role in The Heiress. Applause became the approval my soul lived for. Where do you go when you crave the spotlight? New York City, of course. In my senior year, I traveled there to study. I pushed and shoved myself in front of talent agents, and I spoke to anyone who would listen about possible internships. Within my first month, I landed an internship and a TV commercial. Yes, that was a big deal. Wanting to match the magnitude of my success, my boyfriend Troy proposed to me at Rockefeller Center in front of thousands of people. He staged a very impressive triple sow cow, which he couldn't land. When I skated to his rescue, he slid up on one knee and proposed to me in front of many onlookers. His clever maneuver gained him a firm yes. Excited to marry the love of my life, I hung up my dreams of acting and headed back to Missouri. I decided to enter the business world with a new vision, to be the best saleswoman the world had ever seen. I confidently marched into a medical equipment company to interview for a sales position, with no sales experience. They courteously declined, but they offered me a customer service position instead. I accepted, but fully planned to push myself into a sales role as soon as possible. Within months, I worked in sales. Within years, I led the entire sales team while studying for a master's degree in healthcare administration. Needing yet another notch on my belt, I earned my MBA.